Sonetta said, yo, you came over here to discuss the Hebrew narrative with this man. You over here talking about something completely different. We not getting into that. And you just want to talk about this man's cousin in jail. Sorry, I'm looking at you like, what the fuck? What that got to do with me because I sent my cousin some money? You digging into people's, you bringing up stuff that, like, what? It's his cousin. It's his family. We don't know what went down in that court case. We don't know what happened in that. He up here hollering about decorum. And you trying to tear down another man's channel and his money. The man, I had to agree with Sonetta on that. He says, yo, you coming after my money, my family, and my way of life over here, dog. I don't give a fuck about, excuse me, I don't give a F about none of y'all. And nobody that do that. He said, yo, he named everybody from the top to the bottom on down. I had to agree. He has pedophiles on his roster. He has pedophiles over there. He has pedophiles over there. Family, he has pedophiles. Who? Who's been convicted of pedophilia? Just show the record.
The title of this live stream is Chris MVP Harris. How old was the child molestation victim? Now you've heard when he was capping like a sucker. You heard that he revealed to the world that the guy who was in prison for child molestation was found guilty of child molestation. That's his ex-cousin. I didn't know until Chris Snake said it. You heard him saying that he had to agree with what Sonetta said. Sonetta said that he doesn't give a F about my child. And I've played it. And he was on the panel, he didn't say jack. He's bitch made like that. But he didn't tell Sa that he called me last month ready to go in on him because Sa didn't do right by him. It's such a bitch ass that even when Sa doesn't do right by him, he's so thirsty that you're going to cap for the dude. He's on his way out when it comes to the team. Zayak already told him to shut the F up publicly, which is an indication that most likely privately he told him, if you don't shut your bitch ass mouth, you're going to get it. He did not object. But this same guy was talking about street. Same guy was talking about gangs. But it's okay. You have the right to be a biatch. It's the guy's cousin. It's his guy's family. But how old was the girl? How old was the girl? And you see here, I've left the link to get on the panel because somebody left a comment. Somebody was unhappy that I address the rapists and the child molesters. And that comes every now and then, you know, all the way to Bermuda. So all you suckers, just please get on the panel and explain to us publicly, you know, don't remain in the comments, anonymous and unidentified. Don't be sending messages on WhatsApp, privately capping and defending the rapists and the child molesters. Be a man and just get on the panel and tell the whole world how much you love to defend and support the rapists and the child molesters. And if you want to, tell us about your personal experience. Now, for the record, I've played that excerpt where Chris Snakes spoke publicly in his own channel, started off saying that Scam Cheddar asked me to talk about the Bible, whatever that is. There was no goddamn topic. I received a message like 4 a.m. and I was told, okay, it's on, so it will be later on the same day. Attention, assis-toi bien. Assis-toi bien, j'ai dit. There was no topic at all. So that's the cop out. Every excuse, every talking points to get besides the topic. So it's okay. What he's done is done. I had no idea it was Zion's cousin. Now, I don't know if they have a child molester fund, but we know that the guy gets some money thanks to the advertisement on that panel over there, and also with the debates. Because I ain't never heard of the dude not getting paid, contrary to Shaka Amos, you know, who had to complain about it live on air. I actually have the recording on. It's not an allegation. I had to complain.
And Shaka, did you get your money, your $1,000 from that?
I didn't get nothing yet. I was supposed to get it before the debate. That's what happened with me and Jabari, why we didn't have a debate. I was told one thing and something else happened.
So, Chris next betrayed Killer B, the witchfinder general, and gave the information regarding JJ 7000 and his domestic abuse situation. He gave that information to Sandner because he was promised money. I don't know if he got the money because, you know, but out of curiosity, how much did you get paid for the debate, man? Because we have an idea of the rate of Shaka Amos. How much did you get paid, man? Did you even get paid? Do you mind telling the people why you called me? Ready to go in on SAR? I'll let you tell them if you want to. I don't need to say. But you're a real bitch-made dude. For you to call me just last month, ready to go in on a dude, and then you're going to cap not only for SAR talking about you're effing up the money. You're messing up his business and his brand. You don't care about the children, you bitch hookah-ass monkey motherfucker. You don't care about the children? How old was the girl? You say, I don't know what happened with that case. Do you know what happened with the case? Who told you that it was Cesare's cousin? Did somebody give you the go-ahead, the green light to say publicly that it was Cesare's cousin? Do you know how old the girl was? Is it a conspiracy? Was the guy falsely accused and you know the specific of the case? But nobody knows besides he took a lie detector test. Are you that bitch made? Do you even know how old the girl is, man? Do you even know how old the girl was? Wait, hold on. So I ain't gonna be long, but I'll be here for a minute, man. Somebody wanna hit the link and cap for the child molesters? Hey, I was hesitant, man. But I may do a live stream entitled Child Molesters Matters. But if anybody have any indication or information, I want to know. This is a new hashtag. How old was the victim? It seems that most likely this ain't polite child abuse case. That this ain't the TMH child abuse. This ain't around 15 or 14. It seems like it's younger. It seems like it's younger. I mean, the guy been to jail for over 10 years, right? Let's hear about the recollection. Some people have no recollection.
Were you accused of molesting your wife's niece, who is your niece through marriage?
I have no recollection of that. You would have to inform me of what you're talking about. I have no recollection of that.
Okay, I will be able to one day. So I have my third question. Captain Cesario, do you have a homie that's in prison right now for child molestation that you support financially?
Yes.
But I thought you were against child molestation and those that are molesters to children.
I am against child molestation and those that molest children.
So why are you supporting this person, but you speak ill against others that have a love for people that have been just accused of child molestation.
Okay, I'll answer your question very easily. When I was at both cases or both trials, the evidence that they had, they gave the brother a lie detector test, which he passed. They tested the sister for, the young girl rather, whether her hymen was broke because he was accused of molesting her. Her hymen was not broke. A hymen, for those that don't know, a hymen is something that they use to test to see if the woman's or the child's virginity has been broken or anything like that. There was information that she said that she gave, which she then retracted. So the first case that they did was thrown out. The second case, they did not want to answer to. The jury was hung on it, and the judge did not want to release them until they came up with an answer, and then they came up with a guilty verdict. So from observing the case, if he was guilty of the crime, I would in no way support the brother. But from the evidence of the case, from the testimonies of him as well as the individuals involved, he was not guilty, even though he was found guilty.
Wow, so he was not guilty even though he was found guilty, but you speak ill against someone else that is not guilty, but they say he was guilty. So I have a question. This brother that you support, does he have children?
Yes.
And if so, do you ever say to those children, you have a father that's a child molester?
No, I don't.
Well, why do you do that to others that have a love for Dr. Malachi Z. York Ill and you have his children of him being a quote-unquote so-called child molester, and you speak for supporting him?
So the first time it was revealed, that was actually to Tariak's wife when she was interviewed by Polite, and that's over 10 years ago. That's over 10 years ago. So that guy had a mighty long sentence, man. I think it was 2008 or 2009, so you can just do the count. Tazi spoke about it publicly, very uncomfortable. And then some other time, not only Captain Tazariak, Sanetta, on top of Chris next, Captain Tazariak and Sanetta spoke about this again, and you can hear that he was going to bring that he passed a lie detector test. So what are they hiding? What comfortably? They spoke on African Bambara. They made press conferences.
Let's say Polite is innocent. He could be a partial victim. You know, maybe he broke up with the girl. Who knows, you know, what happened in that instance. But the only true victim is that girl. So I think that's what we need.
And I think that's being a hypocrite, because you have a member of ISUPK who was locked up for child molestation, for rape, or whatever it is, and y'all still support him. Here it is, Polite have not been found guilty, and y'all wouldn't support him. See the double standard?
What
you have
double
a member
standard?
in ISUPK.
Hey, dude.
Chris MVP here. How old was the girl?
You can say whatever you want about me. I don't care.
How old was the girl?
Why do you have my name?
He doesn't want to say how old the girl was. And he's complaining. That's the same question he asked me the last time he came on my panel. I put him off the panel. So he's obviously listening now. He's complaining about, why do you have my name in the title? Don't you have all these people's name on your channel? You have their pictures, you have their names. You have Tozayak, you have JJ7000, you have Pastor Bennett, you have Garfield Reed. So you can do that, it's cool. But if somebody else does it, it's not cool. You already threatened to flag me if I was going to do a live stream with your picture and your, well, I mean, do what you got to do, man. My question is simple, man. How old was the girl? You capped for it. You capped for a child molester. You insinuated that the guy was falsely accused by saying, well, you know, you don't know what went down with the case. You ran your mouth. Now here's Daniel Knight. Here's Daniel Knight, who said, what does that have to do with him? Well, Miss Daniel Knight, just check the intro and you will hear Chris MVP Harris speaking about that. All right? So that's what it has to do with him. He's the one who revealed that we're dealing with Captain Tazariak's cousin. And it's so funny, this lady, she's a moderator on Chris' channel, but she felt the need to come here. Do you care about the children, Miss Knight? Do you care about the children? If your child, if you have a child, if your mother was molested, would you care? Man, get your, man, please. Anyway. Bye-bye, Miss Knight. Now, look at Chris. Striking your channel. Go ahead and strike it, man. What are you hiding? You're so weak, man. You're going to put people's face and picture, people's picture and their name and say that they are doing alcoholic scholarship and all that. And I'm here worrying about children like I've been for the last 10 years. You've been capping and no stopping. There it is. Stop dodging the conversation. And indeed, like David says, no court in no court in the United States will accept or use a lie detector test. You see? So if they have DNA evidence, for example, they ain't gonna say, oh, Johanna, there's DNA of the guy, but he passed a lie detector test, so he should be free. How old was the girl? You must know. Huh? Striking your channel. How old was the girl? My Ninja News wrote, he called in YouTube police on Shaka. Yeah, he can do his thing. Indeed, how old was the victim? They are hiding something, brothers and sisters. They are hiding a detail that will not allow them to say that it was a consensual relationship. You see, because this is what they did with the TMH dude. Despite the rape conviction, despite the involuntary sexual, involuntary deviant sexual thing. Involuntary deviant sexual intercourse. You see? So David wrote, why you won't address the question, stop playing victim, you put yourself in that. Yes, you did, Chris. You did. You were capping so hard for that team order that you don't slip up and let people know tu fais trop de bruit, fais attention. I'm going to get out of that tunnel, but I think now you should hear me. David wrote, she must be 9. Who knows? Who knows? They are hiding something, man. How old was the girl? You see, it's inconvenient. Sanetta's not answering. The Zayag's not answering. Chris not answering. All three of them spoke about that case publicly. So they can talk about that case, but we can't ask no question. They can talk about Polite's case, but we can't ask any question. They don't talk about Africa Bambaata's accusation. There was no case when they were talking about it. There is a case now. There is a case now for Africa Bambaata. So that guy has a case. So I want to know, some of you know, stop hiding. How old was the girl? How old was the victim? The guy's been in jail for more than 10 years, right? How old was she? How old was the guy? What were the charges? Since we're talking about the lie detector test, what are the charges that are so light that the lie detector test will indicate that the person is innocent? Why is Chris MVP Harris trying to censor me for the second time, saying that he's going to strike my channel? He said that before. I showed it before. Huh? Come on now. Feel free to come in and let me know. The link is here. And here we have Hoy CPT who wrote, there's white people I don't hate as much as Captain. It is what it is, man. I'm not about liking or disliking people. How old was the girl? Why is it that the House of Consciousness always defend the rapists and the child molesters? Why can't they just say how old the girl was? Something is inconvenient. David wrote, as of May 13, 2023, hold on. There have been exactly 0% of cases where a lie detector test was utilized. This is to make you think that the guy was not guilty. And that's one of the weakest talking points. Because Zaryak said the young girl. He said the young girl. 1 second, bear with me. So it's okay if you don't hit the link now. If you don't hit the link now, you can always leave a comment, or you can always send me an email if you have the quote summary, if you have the quote transcript. There's anything that can help us to know how old the girl was, it will be useful, because they have to know how to get down, man. People have to know how to get down, man. Because those mothers have no clue when they get down with those individuals what may happen. Bear with me. Attends. Assis-toi bien, Mirou. Bear with me. Now, Najila Brooks wrote, peace fam, this said. Well, I don't know who said this. Who's trying to get on the panel? Chris again? No, man, it's okay, man. Just type in the chat, man. Chris trying to get on the panel again. How old was the girl, Chris? Stop capping for the child molesters and the rapists, man. Be a man for once in your life. How old was the girl? You spoke about it publicly. All I want to know is how old the girl was. And I will have a little bit of respect for you. Christopher Davis is in the place to be. Hold on. Now, Christopher Davis wrote, we talking about striking someone's channel. Dude's a clown. Hey, man, you know, that's it is what it is, man. But one thing I know, and some may not know, Sanetta made 2 copyright claims against me. Both were rejected. Then Woof Napa made a copyright claim, which was successful. My video was removed. I appealed against it, and my video was restored. So they've been trying to censor me. It's nothing new. It is what it is. So yes, it is weak indeed. On the road, using the Wi-Fi's data. And here says, what's up with such and such? My question is, what's up with the victim of child molestation? How old was she? For strange reason, they don't want to say how old the girl was. They were happy and comfortable talking about polite. 1 second. That dude is on record saying, I had to agree. And Scam Cheddar said that he doesn't give a F about my child. He says, I have to agree. Now, for those who don't know, I don't have the screen captured now because I'm driving, as you can see. Scam Cheddar came on my panel when I was live streaming. And he stayed for a while. I dared him to get on the panel, but he's a biatch, so he didn't come in. Then he wrote, "Why do you have your daughter on your lap?" Something to that effect. I'm paraphrasing, but I've shown him a few times. And then he wrote, "You be feeling on her." So this is what Chris MVP Harris had to agree with. He said it already. He's going to try to flip it and blah, blah, blah. But so we ain't losing sleep over it. How old was the girl? All right. With the split screen, it's a bit difficult, but I need the GPS right now. David wrote, "Not one time has any judge in the United States of America accepted a lie detector test they are inadmissible due to the spectrum of false negatives and false positives." Now, I don't even understand that Najee, whatever, asking what's his agenda. Who are you talking about, man? Just go on holiday, man. People be direct, man. Don't come here with riddles and stuff. Don't come here with riddles of the Sphinx. You know what I'm saying? But come here with, ancient Greek and Rome riddles, like, if you see the sun going down and there's a camel walking by, then it means that something's going to happen. Just let's be direct. We're talking about children molested, man. How old was the girl? Is it against the law to ask that question? Is it forbidden? Who make the rules? That's a new hashtag. How old was the victim? And you see those grown men and women who come here on some funny tip, they don't care about the children. They don't care about the people who got raped because they are defending their paper, their money, their crew, their team. It's money over children for them. What's up, V. Bennett? You know that Chris Nex just came on twice? When he came the first time on the panel, he said, "Oh, where is my name on the title?" Just like last time. So I asked him, how old was the girl? How old was the girl? He wouldn't answer. All right, thank you. Bye-bye. Then he tried to come on again. And as you can see in the chat, he wrote, "Striking your channel." Bro, he's striking my channel. So he rather censor me rather than me asking how old was the girl. Then his moderator, Danielle Knight or whatever, she came on also crying, capping for the rapists and the child molesters. So at least you can identify the grown men and women who are defending and protecting the convicted child molesters, convicted in a court of law. Yeah, folks can ask straightforward questions. All right, I need the GPS now so I can have the full view. I have a few minutes before I get home, man. I don't plan to be long with this one, man. Because trust me, sooner or later we're going to find out. But I want to find out before Polite's trial. I want to find out before Polite's trial. If convicted, Polite will sing. We will have many, many, many revelations. Yeah, I remember what Danielle Knight, the moderator of Chris Nace, she wrote, what does it have to do with him? Chris sending his people instead of coming himself. The dude has nerve to say, what's the name? Man, please, so weak, man. But anyway, if somebody want to come, feel free. Here's the link to get on the panel. Otherwise, feel free with your comments, man. We're gonna get to the bottom of this, man. I have a feeling that the girl was very, 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 very young. If a girl is 15 and she gets molested or raped, they don't care. If she's 14, she gets molested or raped, they don't care. Now let's see how young it has to be until they care. Let's see. Let's see. That dude is worried about his name on the title, man. Like it is forbidden or against the law. Man, man's gonna try to strike the video, man. You should gonna be, man. If you don't get your snake behind out of here, man. If you don't get your capping for child molesters snake behind out of here, man. What is he doing? I don't know what that guy's doing. Who's trying to get on? Hey, that's my bro. What's up, Bennett? How you doing, brother?
Hey, what's up, Shaka? What's going on, man? You went live, kidding, man. I had no clue. I thought you was going on later this evening.
No, I would do the scheduled live stream, you know.
Yeah, but I guess it popped in your mind, you know, this question about this victim, you know, and you know, it is interesting because it's like it's hard to know, you know, when you hold
on, please, Daniel, you need to use the webcam if you want to get on the panel. That's the requirement. We know V Bennett is showing his face plenty of time, so this is probably maybe the moderator on Chris MVP's channel who's been capping for him. I remember when I asked a dude if he ever raped somebody, she spent half an hour capping for child molesters. Just like that OnlyFans Mika, monkey clown. She came on my channel. She was in the chat. She was in the comments. And when I asked her to criticize pedophiles, she wouldn't do it. You know? So use a webcam. Don't be a coward. Don't be anonymous and unidentified. And you can get on the panel and make a fool of yourself. Why do you cap for Chris MVP Harris, for the record? He's a grown man. Why do you cap for him like a sucker? Do you care about the children being molested? Daniel Knight? Go ahead, you've been there. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you good, man. What I was going to say is that it's like, you know, that's the issue. Like when you cape for somebody, I don't know if you know this other word, Shaka. You know, there's cap and then there's cape. And cape is like when you put on, you know, like a superhero outfit and try to do the work for someone else unknowingly, or maybe a person you don't even know, but they call that caping, you know, and capping is when you flat out lie, right? Now caping, my thoughts is like this. I mean, I think Chris, he did pretty much kind of like, you know, I guess you and him, y'all got an issue because the reality of it is that you have history with him. I mean, he came to you as you expressed this. I mean, you expressed it. And if he did not, he should probably correct you on it live
Hold on. She had the webcam. But you need to leave the webcam on. Now, Christopher Davis has joined us. What's up, Christopher?
What's up? Peace, bro.
What's up, Chris? What's up? How you doing, Chris? Long time, player.
I know, surviving. I'm living. I'm surviving.
Yeah. Me too, man. I'm just been a little under the weather the last week, man. So I've been kind of strained from all my, you know, because I work so many hours a day. When I'm at work, it's like 10 hours, and then I still have all the other activities outside of work. So, you know, it's like, but this week has been a little rough for me. So I've been trying to get my rest and everything. But yo, what I was going to say is that, you know, you Shaka and Chris MVP Harris, y'all have history, you know, and so a lot of people don't know the history. And I know what you spoke of. You spoke live about it a few times, and you said that that Chris was interested in this topic. You know, he had some issues with the other channel, and what's going on there, and just different stuff. And I guess he asked you to help him with a few things, right? And call you brother. And then from your words, you were disappointed because in your mind, you like brother means brother. I mean, not brother like blood brothers, but it means like, yo, man, I trust you. I like you. I respect you. And then it seems like when he went back on Sonetta's channel after Sonetta or Scam Cheddar started cursing you out, saying things about your daughter, all these kind of outrageous things that a person like myself has yet to do. I don't even play games with that. I don't care who you are. You could be my worst enemy. I'm not going there about your kids. I'm not going there about your family. I'm not even going to play that game, because if I really hate your life, then I'm taking it off the net, period. It's only going to be a certain amount of words, and the words, they just going to be very careful, and then I'm not going to be there no more with no internet words at all. And then we're going to play the waiting game and see what the deal is, But in this kind of thing, it seemed like you was disappointed. You was disappointed because you don't like people playing the middle ground. Like, I'm kind of the same way, Shaka. I don't like people wasting my time. I don't like people playing with words with me. If I'm not your brother, I am not your brother. You don't have to be my brother. You don't have to be my friend. You don't have to like me. I prefer to know up front so you don't ask me for nothing, period. And a lot of people like to pretend, come up, even myself, people try to, you grow. I'm older now, so I see when people try to get a little bit from me for free by claiming that they my friend or complimenting me about what they like, or they want to get a little bit from you by playing a game, and then when some serious shit happened, then they gone with the wind. Ain't got nothing to do with it. Sorry, ain't my problem. So it sounds like that's kind of like what you and Chris's relationship is. But what Chris don't really know is that you really do care about this issue, and you really don't give a damn what people think. You actually want to clean this trash up, and you want other people to get on man time with cleaning this trash up. And with cleaning it up, you can't play both sides of the fence. You just can't do it. And so I think that's kind of how I see y'all situation a little bit, between you and Chris. But the other thing is that it's like this. In case a person might get confused and call up and be like, "Well, why is my name there?" It's because it seems like this to me. When you cape for someone who's associated with rapists, it almost makes it seem like you know more about this. It can make it look like that. You know what I'm saying? Because otherwise, why would you do that? And if you cape, even if you don't know more about that, you got to consider the fact that maybe somebody else knows some stuff too. You see what I mean? And you would look stupid caping for the person that somebody else knows more stuff about that you don't even know. So to clear that matter up, the matter is, do you know more or do you not know more? And to clear that matter up, you just ask, do you know? Because you want to know. And that's how I see the situation. If I explain that correctly, I don't know.
Yeah, now that Daniel lady, I heard everything you said. Just sometimes I didn't get a connection. I was in the area where the network's not great. But I heard most of what you said. That lady Dania, she wrote, "Oh boy, didn't leave his cam on, so I don't have to leave mine on." This lady thinks she's gonna make the rules here. Those people, they live in a strange world. It's like Onlyfan and Mika. When they're moderators, they feel like they're right no matter what. But this lady, I don't think she understands, unless she may have some family members or boyfriend or father or brother that is also a child molester, and that's maybe why she wants to protect her cap. But it's all good, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't make the
Let me say
rules, she's
something real
gone
quick,
now.
Shaka.
Yeah, go ahead, bro. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, I apologize. I didn't mean to jump in while you was, what I'm
No,
saying,
no
speaking
problem.
and
You
stuff.
good, brother. It's been a minute,
Yeah,
though.
man.
Go ahead,
So,
brother.
I get on, right? I'm a grown man, right? I'll be 37 like this month. And if somebody asks me what age was this person, that's a direct question. You know what I mean? There's no middle between none of that, And I don't know
Facts.
who called Chris MVP, but he is not the most valuable player in the black community. So we're gonna stop that. Take that MVP off your name, bro. Because I have not seen you present nothing that we already didn't know. You know what I mean? And it's all a joke to them. Like, they just want to be a part of the coon community, you know? I guess they're ghetto superstardom. They don't care about kids. They don't care. Even the fact that Saw Netter, all right, that's like almost right. I got my son will be 4 years old in like a week, right? That's like if my son jumps up and sit on my lap and then Saw Netter say something crazy like that. See, these people project their own mental illness on other people. Yeah, it's sick. It's sick, bro. Like, dude, that's your little baby. You know what I'm saying? Why would your brain even go there? But they do protect the ones that they know are in pedophilia. So I'm gonna chill because I'm gonna start getting mad because I didn't know I never said that about your daughter.
No, Chris, you're right, bro, and that's the problem. So the fact that you know and you've seen, it's been displayed that they protect people this way. They play favoritism this way over people that have issues with young people with rape and pedophilia. You've seen it being displayed that they're protecting it. So when a person capes, it's like, whoa, I would not cape nowhere close to any of that myself. I mean, I don't even think it's necessary to cape, but I would damn sure not be caping for nobody anywhere close to that. Never.
Hey, look.
And why wouldn't I
try to stay far away from it, like you said. I don't even want to be affiliated with you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because it could come off. What if it could come off looking like, damn, like, you know, maybe I'm like,
it's like,
maybe I'm
like,
one of them. And you got to draw a thick line.
You grew up in the streets, right? It's like, let's say if like somebody doesn't know you, right? They don't know you at all, but they see you hanging out with 3 crackheads. What do you think they're gonna think you are?
Unless you say, hey, but I ain't a crackhead. And I don't get down like that. Them two do, but I don't. I'm just letting you know. If you don't just speak plain language,
you at least speak on
damn. You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
You be like, yo, that ain't me, bro. I just know them. That's it.
It's that simple. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
it's
so
a yes or no.
I don't know. I didn't see. Did you ask him that, Shaka? Did you ask him how old?
Yeah, when you go to the panel, he was like, here, what's my name on your title, Shaka? And I told him how old was the girl. So he kept repeating, you know, like, where's my name? So I put him off the panel. You know, he obviously is not answering, you know.
But he did, so he didn't say he doesn't know. He doesn't know.
He didn't say he doesn't know.
That's basically it.
Yeah,
okay. So,
and like I said, stop the MVP. It's little Chris now. Like we got little Reggie. That's little Chris. All right.
You know, there's a lady, OnlyFans Mika. And when I say OnlyFans Mika, it's because she put the OnlyFans page on her all social media on Facebook, and it's public. Later on, she said, you know, like she was joking, but I don't know what type of mothers, because I heard she's a mother, gonna put some OnlyFans and write, I'm tired of being poor. But anyway, she told Shaka Amos that he should have known better regarding Shaka Amos dating the mother and the daughter afterwards. For strange reason, she doesn't tell Tazariak that he should know better about sending money to a guy who was convicted of child molestation. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good, man.
Dude is a creep, man. You got a reputation of dating women and then trying to date their daughters. You're a creep. That's just a creep, man. The world is so many fish in the sea. It's so many fish in the sea. And all that proves is you can't control your pants. You have no control over your pants. It's like once you get in a room, anything goes with anybody. And obviously, that's kind of like a total violation of trust, of a person's trust. Nobody should have to. I mean, first of all, if you let this dude in your house around your kid, any woman from this point on, you know, a lot of women should understand this. Do not let people around your kids. Just drop it. Let your kids have their safe space at home. Don't bring other people around them. You know, and if you do, make sure that you bring in somebody that respects boundaries and respects the fact that these children have rights over you. This is their safe space. They only get a chance to be a child once. You already had a chance. You see what I mean? So respect their space, and that means all those things that come with it. You see what I mean? But when you got dudes like Shaka Amos, he's admitting it. You obviously know, dag on, it's safer to just not let people in your crib at all. That's the safest way to go, because he's making it sound like it's normal. He's making it sound like it's normal. So he's like spreading that vibe across the community and getting people to think like, what does he want young men to think? Like, oh yeah, you should expect that of me. Why? You should expect that I would want to sleep with your daughter. You let me in your house, I'm dating you, but you don't know I could sleep with your daughter too. Why don't you understand that? It's called boundaries. If you don't have, that's a pure example of respecting zero boundaries. Zero. And when a person doesn't respect those boundaries, you got to knock his ass upside the head with a stick. Like,
Hey, let
straight
me
up.
add on to that real quick, brother. I 100% agree with you. And what I don't understand with these people is like, all right, I don't care if I've known you for 200 years, 10, 15, 20 years, 37 years, you know what I mean, of my life. Once I know something about you on this level, there is no me sympathizing with you. There's no communication with you. Because when you sympathize with people like that, then that shows that you understand where they're coming from, and you might be liable to do the same shit.
Well,
Like
sorry
there's
about that,
no,
bro.
yeah, no, you're fine, but there's no in between about it. It's either you against it or you're not against pedophilia. And
Mm-hmm.
the children, they can't protect themselves, It's just insane that people like, man, that Shaka stuff with the mom and the daughter, bro. I've dated many women that had kids. I could never imagine knowing a girl at the age of 10, dating her mother, than me in a relationship with her later in life. So you was already looking at her a certain way when she was younger. It's crazy, man.
Yeah, dude. They just like, I don't understand. It's kind of ridiculous to have to explain, to even think you have to explain to a person why you don't do that. There's a there's a sea full of women, and you have to go to for the one that is right next to the one you dated. You can't make any space. You can't give that person any space. You don't feel like you need some space. Okay, I'm here now. Guess what? Things didn't work out in this space. That's okay. That's perfectly fine. But let me leave this person with their life intact. But instead, you say, "Nah, I'm going to go after a daughter." It's like, dude, like, nobody deserves to give you any respect. You don't deserve to be walking on the street around anybody's kids. You're not a community member. You're just not a community member. And this kind of stuff is not a joke, because they on the internet spreading it like it's normal, and it's not normal. It's sick, So I don't know why they think that the YouTube sphere is a place where you're not supposed to address things like this. I don't know why they think it's a place where you can go out and cap, why you should go out and cap over stuff like this. If you don't know this man and you don't know nothing about it, then don't cap for the person. Don't cape, and also don't cape for the person. If you don't know nothing about him, why are you caping for him? It just doesn't make any sense.
Did you hear? God, it was like maybe over 2 hours. The Shaka almost incident. The girl and her friend did an interview, and I can tell, man, like it was too much detail for. They weren't lying about it, man. They were.
I don't think they were lying about it, and
they
he
were
admitted
underage.
it.
Yep, they were under. Yeah, exactly. He admitted it with Son Netter. He did an interview about it, like it was cool. And
it's statutory rape. And
dude,
that
man,
look what type of grown man, as old as he is. See, this is where the dominance comes in, and this is the type of guy you're dealing with. You're dealing with a person that has to have mental control over you. to have a relationship. He has to have dominance and power over you mentally or some other way for him to feel sexual about you. You know, so anybody that's his age, right? Anybody that's his intellectual equal, anybody that respects themselves, right? He's not going to get down with that person. He's going to go for the little kid that can't answer questions, doesn't know right from wrong yet, feels things are funny, but not quite sure because your mom's around them, is a little confused. That's who he's going to go after. That's ridiculous. Who goes, tigers and lions and bears do that in the jungle when they want to go eat somebody's little kids. It's crazy.
Animals, non-civilized beings. It's crazy, man.
Yeah, exactly. It's just pathetic, and he probably don't give. I'm gonna be honest with you. The point when a man comes out there on YouTube and tells you that he's done this and done it before, and it was no big deal. They don't say nothing. You're dealing with a man that, quite frankly, don't give a damn about nothing or nobody. Doesn't give a damn about neighborhood. Doesn't give a damn about anything, man. I mean, you're supposed to have more respect for even strangers. You don't really even have to know someone that well to have more respect for them. That's the crazy part about it.
That's facts.
Yeah. So I just, it's abnormal. It's less than what you would expect, than what most people should expect. And if you normalize that kind of behavior, you can't have no community. You can't
And one
have
thing,
trust.
no,
That little girl is going to walk away with that, with her first experience being a nasty mouth, stink mouth, old man who couldn't do nothing better than to go after a defenseless person. That's her first experience with a man. So she might walk away hating men that look like him or anything like him for the rest of her life. That's what's so sick about it. And this dude cannot be doing anything positive for black people if you don't understand that. You see, that's the problem. You're messing up these people. You're messing up the community members. It's like, I mean, if you're a kid, Chris, and all of a sudden you see a brother that looks like me kick in your house door, kill your father, and rape your mother, I mean, are you going to trust people that look like me?
hell no.
You might, if you get a whole lot of extra love from, if everybody else that looks like me around you comes and says, Chris, oh, we're so sorry, let's go get this person and put them in the ground, let's show some retribution, let's all rally for Chris, let's help Chris pay his bills now because somebody done killed his family member, let's help Chris's mom with the bills because she can't work no more because she's going to be suffering for a while after this thing. Nobody should have to do it unless people rise to the occasion to protect your family. You wouldn't really have a good reason to trust people like that no more.
And let me say something too, man. We got to stop with this whole coon community because I don't care like if your scholarship is on point. That's cool, man. Learn from that. But if you ain't living right, you just ain't living right. The information that you present does not outweigh your morality. Just like in Kemet, when they do the weighing of the heart with the feather. You know what I mean? If you ain't living right, you ain't living right. Take the information, but we got to stop the personality worship. Stop the bullshit.
Yeah, I mean,
Stop
exactly.
it. Cut it out, man. And a lot of these people, they're just getting information that you can get for yourself. It ain't really that deep. It ain't that deep. But what is deep is that we got to protect these babies because children are very impressionable, and a lot of these guys are con artists and they know how to project their personality to make them appear to be bigger than what they are. And we got a lot of grown folks that fall for that BS too. And I'm sorry for raising my voice, but when it comes to the kids, man, it really makes me upset. And that Chris MVP dude, you a clown, you a coward. Literally couldn't answer a question and gonna sit there and say,
All right, we lost. Ça va pas dans ta tête ou quoi là? Lost Christopher, Envy Bennett. I don't know if you can hear me now. I'm going back downstairs. In the elevator, I may lose a connection for a few seconds. But I heard everything that was said. You have the link here if you want to get on the panel. Oh, it's not working. Okay, there it is. Okay, Donnie Williams says that it's good now. All right. How old was the girl? They're hiding something. Yeah. Yeah, like I was saying, I did lose connection. Thank you. Andrea Bennett says she can hear and see me. RP is also in the place to be. Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you, sister. You know, but actually, I will use a video, and then as the intro, I'm gonna chill. You know, those guys talking, because not only is really profanity filled, but we know we hear grown men defending rapists and child molesters is crazy, it's bananas. So I think I use those clips, you know, as we go along, but not as an intro, you know. I don't want to have a good sister on the intro and then have this crazy grown man capping for child molesters and rapists. But feel free to come back, brothers. The link is there. Oh my goodness, how old was the girl? Chris next started talking about, you don't know what happened in that courtroom. Does he know what happened in that courtroom? Why was he capping for the dude? Why is it the HOK always cap for rapists and child molesters? Why? Why? How old was the girl, man? How old was she? It's not complicated. Those people break down what happened 2,000 years ago, 3,000 years ago. They talk about Moses. They talk about Noah. They talk about the flood. They talk about the Exodus. But they can't tell you how old the girl was 10 years or 15 years ago. Huh? Something is fishy, man. I don't know if you hear the wind, but I'll be in my car in a few seconds. They're hiding something. They're hiding something. Something is very inconvenient. Somebody's trying to get on. As we Bennett. Sorry.
Yeah.
Back on, V Bennett.
I had to restart, man. I was a little my phone got I don't have so much battery, but you know, I don't know. Sometimes it just acts funny. It restarts, you know, something messed up, old phone. But yeah, man. I don't give a damn, Chaka. I think you should just keep banging away. I don't understand anybody that doesn't understand it. It's simple. Like I put it to you like this. I don't go to I've never even I don't even think I've ever gone on Sartetta's panel ever. I don't think I've ever been there if I remember correctly, right? So in the time I got to even really look up on him recently, I saw enough to know that I'm not going over there. So you don't see me over there. Now, if I was over there at one time on the panel, kicking it back, you know, 2-3 times or whatever, kicking back, breaking sit down and, you know, talking about history or religion and all those things, and then all of a sudden I didn't, that would look a little bit different. But if I was over there and somebody asked me why or put my name in the panel, I would come right over there and let them know straight up what the deal is. You know, if you asking a question, how old is a child? I would let you know straight up, Shaka. I don't know. I don't know nothing about this case, and I don't know who the child is. And I know what I said earlier might make it sound like I know, but that was obvious a mistake because I don't know, and I ain't got nothing to do with that man's business, period. I don't know nothing about him. So I'm not capping or caping for him, right? And just leave it at that. And then just say respectfully, just please leave my name out of it because I know you're going hard on this. You don't like that crap. And I said, I just don't want to be a part of it, you know? Real simple. That's what I would say. I wouldn't say, but this is just me though. I wouldn't say if you ask me a question, how old is the girl? I wouldn't say something else.
You know,
Yeah,
it's too late because he already went live, you know, and mentioned me, and he capped and he caped for that child molester. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, and nobody knows, man. Nobody knows if there's any relationship between them privately. Nobody knows none of that, and nobody needs to even guess. Nobody has to assume no, and nobody have to assume yes. But me, understanding how watching the group of people get down, they all act like they know each other well. And the reason why I say this is because none of them seem to be able to do anything that ends the relationship between each other. It looks like your man can go rape a little girl. Okay, well, I'm still his buddy. Or, you know, another one's going to rape a grown woman. Okay, well, you know, I'm not going to really get too deep into that. You know, this kind of stuff is like, it's called playing the fence with this kind of issue. And so, I mean, that's his thing, how he does that. If that's what's most important to him, then that platform and those people must mean a whole lot. But I got to tell you, I've been studying history, global history, African history, religion, culture, and otherwise. And it's so grand that no one panel could ever mean that much to me. None. And no one's infallible. No panel's infallible. None, even the elders, you know, bless them. But if some of them do some foul stuff, then the hell with them too. That's how it is. That's real life, and that's how it should be. And that's how a lot of people handle this. You know, certain things you can't abuse. And so I would say like that. The relationship don't mean a damn thing to me. You know, I'm like, what matters to me is that the relationships I have rules and behavior, ways that people understand basic behavior, safe behavior, and reject poor behavior. Because if you don't reject poor behavior, then it's just going to thrive, you know? And more people are going to think poor behavior is what's normal behavior. And you can obviously see there's a lot of people over there that bad behavior is the best they can do. That's what they think. I don't think that way. You know, I moved past that point where, you know, the things that I had to see as a young child and as a young teenager and as a young man, they contributed a lot to my life, but they allowed me to grow beyond that stage and examine the world as a man and learn other lessons about the world that I would not have learned otherwise if I wasn't strong enough to examine some other things. So a lot of us look at bad behavior as our culture. That's a big problem with us, dude. And bad behavior is not anybody's culture. It's just what they settle for being culture. Yo, could you hear me, man?
Yes, brother, I hear everything. And what you said made me think of what Christopher David said. And I think it should be good for us to try to say Christopher so there's no confusion with Chris Snakes. Christopher David said, I'm paraphrasing, the information you present doesn't outweigh your morality. That's a great quote right there. The fight doctor is in a place to be as well. David is confirming that indeed he can hear us. So remember, brothers and sisters, I don't care. I already ran through the HOK and destroyed them by myself with no problem. Wolf Nepal was very mad at that. And teenager Yara as well. Of course, the butler Reggie. But I don't care. They can all gang up together and live stream and talk smack and lie. They know they can put up here. They don't. But my main issue, how old was the victim? It's obvious. And that punk Michelle Knight bastard, I don't think she went and asked what does it have to do with him when people were talking about my daughter, like that dog, how she was nicknamed by somebody else. That monkey, Woof Nepal, is the first one who made insinuation about my daughter. I've recorded that. You see? Then Monkey Sanetta repeated that same point, and he went further. He actually made the accusation. I don't think that punk monkey Michelle Knight, or Daniel Knight, sorry, I don't think she ever said anything like that. When Chris went live and revealed to the world that the guy in prison for child molestation is Zayak's cousin, I don't think she has what does it have to do with him. She's a monkey clown. She's capping for child molesters like many other people. She should be criticizing child molesters. She should be criticizing the pedophiles. But no, she's capping. So I don't know what is the relation.
And they're going to keep capping. They're going to keep capping and caping because, it doesn't take a whole lot to put two and two together. And what it is what you seeing is they don't want to put two and two together because if they do, it's bad. And it's just that simple. I mean, they basically just absorbing the hands of it and of any type of connection to it. So that means is really simple. That means that anything goes, and if it's about that money, that's just what it's going to be. You see what I mean? Just like he also said, you messing up my money, and he appealed. That appealed to Chris, that concept of you messing up the man's money. But what if you don't give a damn about that? What if you give a damn about the children, and to know more about what other perverted acts are these persons up to? What other things have they committed? And so for me, it's just like, if you bring it up yourself, if you step in the arena and you say, yeah, that's that man's cousin, then the natural question is, how old was the victim, since you know who that person is? Since you know personal stuff, how old was the victim? It's just that simple. Or learn to not cape for people like that. Then you don't get asked questions. You don't even put yourself out there. So, but I think on the other hand, they feel like they're being put in a corner. So, although it shouldn't feel like that, unless you're taking it personal, and this kind of issue is nothing to take personal. Yo, I'm out. I'm gonna hit you back, bro.
Now that Danielle Knight, she's in the chat. She was I never even got a chance to speak. I never said it was okay for anybody to talk about your daughter. Then she add clown. You the clown, dummy. Now I don't need you to say that it was okay or not. The whole world knows. It's only the bitch-ass HOK motherfuckers who act like it's cool. And like the dumbass elder from Bermuda who's going to tell me, well, why did he say that about your daughter? You know? But she wrote, and I did say something. I don't give a flying F what you said to Chris. I really don't care. In this equation, you hold no weight. You are a groupie cheerleader. You wouldn't know that because you're scared to be opposed. Oh, I'm scared to be opposed now. All right, okay, that's news. You're making stuff up. What did I make up? Tell me what did I make up? Just go ahead. Tell me what I made up. Go ahead. Trying to bully someone. Who am I trying to bully? It's low vibration. Raping children is high vibration, maybe, is it? You don't know me and you make it. I know you dumb. I know you captain for child molesters. And I remember when for half an hour, like a monkey, you kept going on about me asking a question to somebody. So I know you enough to know that you are a groupie cheerleader. I actually did speak for you. No, monkey clown. I remember you. I remember you. I remember you. I don't like snaky people like that. Snake like that. The whole point is you're trying to say something or do something I didn't say. Okay, whatever. Everything you said about me. Okay. Your energy. Yeah, but the people who rape the children, they have high vibration energy, don't they? How do you feel about Tozayak sending money to a convicted child molester? Let's go there. How do you feel about TMH, the Mighty Hebrew, being on Saneto's panel, even though he was found guilty of rape and of involuntary deviant sexual intercourse? Since you want to talk now, let's go now. No, I came at you for coming at people. What does it have to do with you? If I talk about Chris, what does it have to do with you? When you came on, you wrote, what does it have to do with me, right? Let me go up. Exhibit A. Oh, it was earlier. Okay, because I'm on a mobile phone, then I guess I cannot go that back earlier. Oh, yes, I should. Hold on. Let's put it up. Now, here you have Chris talking about he's going to strike my channel. He is actually striking my channel at the point where he wrote the comment. And then, oh, yeah, I blocked her, so, it doesn't show. But, yeah, she did write that. I did put it on the screen. She was like, what does it have to do with me, with him? What does it have to do with you if I talk about Chris then? I could ask the same question. No, what else did she say? They don't either didn't do you. I don't know what she's talking about. I don't care for it. There it is. She doesn't care. That's my point. That's my point. She doesn't care about Captain Tazariak sending money to a convicted child molester, defending him live on air. She doesn't care about the Mighty Hebrew inviting on our panel to teach the people, even though he was convicted in a court of law for rape and involuntary deviant sexual intercourse. She just proved my point. She doesn't care. Now here she wrote, you're making false accusation. Which false accusation did I make? Go ahead, man. And now it's clickbait titles. That you're a moderator on Chris' channel, right? I've already showed so many of the videos where he put people's names and pictures. Talking about that one is doing alcoholic scholarship. That one is doing blah, blah, blah scholarship. That's not clickbait at this point, is it? You're ridiculous, man. Everybody can see how ridiculous you are. Donnie wrote, Hotep, hit the link, have an adult convo. I've shared the link. The link is there, but she won't show her webcam. She doesn't have to. It's not an obligation. She wrote, I don't like Captain. He doesn't like African. I'm talking about rape and child molestation. God damn it, man. But Chris is coming at scholarship. You're talking about people making. Which false accusation did I make, Daniel Knight lady? Which false accusation did I make? The boy you're capping for, I don't know what kind of relationship you have with him. He said live on the air on that panel where you are a moderator, right? He spoke on that. He said the guy in prison is Zayak's cousin. Now here she's evading the fact that she doesn't care about child molestation and rape. Talking about, you ask about Taz, I don't like him, period. All right. Okay. Man, please, man. Hotep, you're a liar straight up. and that's what you get all the time. Oh, I don't care about that. I'm not concerned about that. I'm not worried about that. Oh, I'm not concerned about the information. Children being raped, they don't care. All these bastard man, please, man. It's always the same. But I'm glad she said it, though. I'm glad she said it. I'm glad. They're capping for each other. They're capping for each other, man. Now, what's the first accusation that I said about me saying I support child molesters and I didn't say anything to defend you? I don't give a damn. You're capping for child molesters. That's what you've been doing. Now you can express yourself and rephrase yourself. Go ahead then. The man put himself in that space only. What? Yeah, I don't understand the full sentence. But yeah, man. And the funny thing is that I'm the one who's making false accusations. That's what the lady is saying, man. So the guy is not in prison for child molestation? Man, please. Sugar Haze, how you doing, sister? Donnie Rians wrote, you war with liars and frauds. What does that make you? Hey, guilty by association. Guilty by association. Now, besides the rapists and the child molesters, we have the scammers like Garfield Reed with his social media name that he uses to conduct business. And his fake bachelor's degree in history. Actually, Chris MVP Harris is on tape saying that he capped for him before, he won't cap for him no more. You saying anything, that's why you won't let me on. Hey, if you want to use a webcam, come on. But you are annoying as fuck, man. You are annoying as fuck. You talk about anything except the subject matter. Do you know how old the girl was? If you don't know, then let the people know. Let the people who know talk about that. Because you're doing everything to deflect. I'm used to that. Before we're beefing, you were capping for child molesters and rapists anyway. Have you forgotten? Chris says he's scared to let people on. He's French after all. But don't worry, I'll win. What does that have to do where you are from and where you stay? It's so funny, man. But hey, more power to you, man. Do your thing, man. You will win in the end. Good. That's great. You can predict the future. Bitch ass capping Chris New Dude. I'm scared of Daniel Knight and Chris Snakes. My goodness. Every time I live stream, the link is there. People can put up. Now they want to put up to defend the convicted rapists and convicted child molesters. Ain't that funny? Now they want to put up now. Please. You improved Jack, man. You improved Jack. But keep going, man. And you know what? Hey, I'm tired of your presence. Dismiss. Boom. All right. Stop playing the victim answer. How old was the girl? Yeah, Chris, since you're here, do you know how old the girl was? You put yourself in the mix, didn't you? You made a live stream. You mentioned the situation. You talked about the situation. You said, I don't know what went on in the court. Do you know what went on in the court? So do you know how old the girl is? Why did you cap, Chris? Did you get paid for the debate, Chris? Chris Snakes, how much did you get paid for the debate? Chris Snakes, why don't you tell him the reason why you called me ready to go in outside? You hypocrite bastard. You a hypocrite bastard. You're a snake, man. Robon is on my panel. I asked him, you're a member of Dagger Squad, and you open your mouth and say, no, he's not Dagger Squad. And right after you said that, Robon says, I'm a founding member of Dagger Squad. It's not new to me, man. You just love to talk, man. I love to get straight to the point. Do you know how old the girl was, Chris? Why you don't type any message anymore now? Do you know? You don't want to say how old she is if you know, or you don't know. Or maybe you don't have a clue about the case, but you just repeated what Scam Cheddar told you like a dumbass. You're on tape, on record, saying that Sanetta called me to talk about the Bible or whatever it is that you said. Where did you get that from? There was no damn topic. Have the nerve to say that I was destroyed by a guy who's pseudo and makes stuff up, man. That makes you a biatch by default. But I don't care about that. I don't mind. It wasn't a debate. It was just a discussion. How old was the girl? Do you know? Still no messages. It's all good. Starting out lying, going to end Lying. Chris, you're a low-level Sarnetta flunky. Then he wrote, you sus got sugar in the tank. But we know he's a Sarnetta flunky. We know that. We see him. He was trying to cap for the team. And the thanks he got was Zaya telling him, shut the F up. Shut the F up. Hold on, I got a phone call. All right, I'm back. So, brothers and sisters, by any means necessary, we're going to find out. That's what I was about to say. How old was that girl? How old was the victim of child molestation? Hashtag, how old was the victim? You see, they are all up in arms, agitated, talking about everything under the sun. As a Daniel Knight groupie, she said, I don't care. Now, privately, man, test your homies, test your friends, man. The elder in Bermuda, man, oh, I wish you would come publicly and say and write the things that he told me and he wrote. You will be surprised. People will have children. People will have grandchildren capping for rapists and child molesters, man. If any of their children gets raped or molested, oh, they will cry then. And then it will be an issue that we need to talk about, that we need to address. But when it's not their children, they don't give a damn. And like I said, before Sarnetta accused me of being inappropriate with my own daughter, I played several times how we spoke about Uncle Shug's children. When he told him, F your family, your son, your daughter, I played it. I'm not related to Uncle Shug. As a matter of fact, I don't even know if I've been playing this clip before I knew Uncle Shug, before he came on my panel. And let me play it for those who don't know. Let me play it for those who don't know. People on some, I don't care. Of course you don't care. You're not the only one. I ain't worried. I want to know how old the girl was.
And I told you I would never apologize to you. You see, I'm a man of my word, right? You see, I'm a man of my word, right? No, but you thought because you're going to make 100 fucking videos that you're going to wear me out and I'm going to come to you on my knees. Please, Shug, don't make a fucking video. Fuck you, nigga. Make 100 more, bitch. Make 100 more, nigga. That's showing you I don't give a fuck about you, your mother, anybody, or your daddy.
Hey,
fuck
man, you break it down,
man,
bro.
Fuck your whole family, nigga. Your daughter, your son, everybody. Yes, I said it, you bitch ass nigga. Hey, your mother's a bitch, nigga. Get off my chat, nigga. Get the fuck about it.
Oh my God.
If I'm not mistaken, that was before I ever spoke with Uncle Shug. He's stressed out. He must not have gotten cash apps and can get high. Because when Shug came on my panel, he told me that Scam Cheddar accused him of molesting his own child. And then he asked him, if he want to apologize. He said he never apologized. So if I'm not mistaken, I didn't even know Uncle Shug. I haven't even spoken to him. But when I saw that, that was foul. That was foul. Don't make excuses for what is inexcusable. But how old was the child? Now they want to send some Power Rangers and act like, oh, he's scared to talk with a Power Ranger. Deflecting. How old was the girl? Sarnetta must know how old was the girl. Who told you it was Zaya's cousin, Chris? Chris next, who told you? You didn't guess. You didn't make a prayer, and then you had the answer. Somebody told you. I mean, you're not going to tell me you're related. You're not going to tell me you guys are distant cousins. So safe to presume that somebody told you. Who told you? What else do you know? What else are you hiding from the people? We're going to find out anyway. How old was the girl? Is it that difficult? When it was time to talk about polite, everybody was comfortable. Why people are uncomfortable no more to talk about this? Could it be that the girl is half the age of Polite's alleged victim? How old was the girl, brothers and sisters? If you have an answer, then be my guest. It doesn't have to be live now. It can be in the comment section after the stream. It can be on my email. You can just create a new email address on Gmail or whatever other service provider of your choice. And if you have the court records, the court transcripts, the court summary, a newspaper article, then feel free to send it to me. My email address is in the description of this video. I mean, we should find out easily. Shouldn't we? Shouldn't we? Who's trying to get on now? Ching Ching. What's up, brother?
What's up, Shaka? They messing with my man early in the morning.
They don't want to say how old the girl was. I want to know how old she was.
They know how old she was. Chris a pedophile his damn self. That's why he run along with it. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna sit up there and cape for nobody that you know something wrong, and you gonna sit there and act like you don't know nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, tell him bring his sweet sugar ass up here and answer some questions. You know what I mean? All these niggas sweet for real. That's why they over there catting for Son Netta. Oh, he didn't do anything. He why y'all blaming him? Because y'all want to get on his panel for some debates. That's all these niggas worry about. Let's go. What's up, Donnie Williams? My man. Bring his sweet sugar honey iced tea ass up here. Little sweet ass. Always whining. Shaka always messing with somebody. Shaka got people name in the title. But if you go look on his page before then, Shaka, he got everybody name in his title. Everybody pitch up there. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't listen to these niggas. They know them kids was young. They know that Tazariak dude messing with his wife daughter, like Shaka Utmost messing with his wife daughter. You know what I'm saying? Niggas over there scamming. It's just pitiful. It's like it's really pitiful, but they want to keep deflecting and spinning the narrative and get that little crowd and act like you the bad guy. How you the bad guy, Shaka? You ain't got no allegations on you or nothing. You defending it, but you the bad guy. Like, see how fucked up we is in the world? They trying to make it look like you bad for saying something about it, but y'all supposed to be the good ones for covering up for it. Like, come on, bro. That's why these niggas is weak for real.
Yeah, weak for real indeed. You know, I'm the bad guy for addressing something that they talked about. Tazariak talked about it publicly live on air. Senator talked about it publicly live on air. Priest Next talked about it publicly live on air. And I'm asking how old the girl was, and I'm the bad guy. Yeah, they are covering up something.
Son Netta said it out his own mouth. He called his own homeboy Dr. York. I got info on you. Don't make me pull out all this data I got on you. You know, when them remember the old video he made when he said the community's sick. They got a lot of child molesting going on in the community. You know what I'm saying? And I just seen a video with a European guard that used to work at Marion where Dr. York was at. And he said Dr. York is one of the sickest persons he ever met in his life. He said the dude was on a unit like for like federal like where they protect the people with pedophiles at. It was a unit where they sent all the pedophiles and molesters at, and he was on there. And the guard said every time he seen Dr. York, he just made his stomach hurt because he read the case and they tried to deny all the shit that was in the case. He said it was sick, man. And that's the type of community they dealing with over there. They sick. They don't want to, because they know it ain't in the real world. So they know they can hide and deflect about, oh, I didn't do that. He didn't say it like that. Oh, remember when we were saying about the other dude? Oh, he was 17. She was 15. Yeah, we know that. But why is the charge is a grape charge? We ain't talking about the age. We talking about him being charged and sent to prison for grape. Like, Son Netta got all these niggas fooled because they want to come to a big platform. Shock, if you had a big platform, they'd be caping for you too if you did something wrong. You know what I'm saying? That's how these niggas roll. That's how you can tell ain't none of these niggas never been nowhere, been in no streets and been stood with all these niggas like, I come from the streets. I come, nigga, you don't come from no motherfucking streets, nigga. Cause you niggas would have been dead for real. Like, you niggas a bunch of suckers for real. Chris, bring your sweet ass up here, you old faggot. Oh, and that's what he want. He want Shaka Utmost and Son Netta. He want to go up to New York and sit on that couch with Son Netta and Shaka Utmost. That's what he want. Sweet ass nigga. Now you got Sabir Bay gonna be on Son Netta TV at 7 o'clock Monday. Like, told you, Shaka, that's what these niggas want. Now they want money and clout.
Oh my goodness, man. Hey, more power to them. But you know, the most street dudes end up in the feds, in the pen. And in the pen, they're not copying for child molesters, man. They're not making it for them. And that Daniel Knight lady, hold on, Ching Ching, hold on, please. That Daniel Knight lady, are you gonna act like you didn't see Sanetta defending Malachi York for 10 minutes straight? Why don't you go here publicly for the record and tell us how you feel about that? Or are you gonna say I don't care? Go ahead, Chiching.
Yeah, I was ready to say you can't even walk the yard. When you get out that bus, the CO tell you if you got molesting charge, please tell us, because they will kill you out there on that yard. Like, these niggas don't know nothing about that shit. Like, that's why you can tell Shaka, these the niggas that's gonna tell on you. You feel me? They ain't the ones that gonna admit to nothing or say, yeah, this and that. They gonna be like, oh yeah, he did it. Shaka and Ching Ching, they was the one. Man, you gonna be doing 100 years. You know what I'm saying? For these niggas, you could tell the way they move. They gonna be, because they strike your page. Why you got my name in the title? Like, nigga, that's girl shit, nigga. Like, these niggas is females for real.
Oh my goodness, man. We're gonna find out how old that girl is, man, and it's all gonna make sense, man. Because the girl's gonna be probably so young that ain't nobody in the world gonna be cool except the man. That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
You know how the girl young, because Son Netta let his own wife niece run off with Polite, which is his wife now. Like, come on, man. These niggas know what they be doing. Like, it's all in that little cult they got over there, that they are some weirdos, some weird, crazy, nasty people over there. You know what I'm saying? That's dealing with something, and then that's what they capping for. Well, Son Netta never did anything. Like, nigga, if it wasn't for that page, nigga, he the one produced all these weirdos. Like Nature Boy and Young Pharaoh and Shaka Utmost, you know what I'm saying? Garfield scamming, he's trying to still lie. No, I was on a radio show. Did you hear how he tried to lie? I was on a radio show and nobody never admitted that I was scamming. Like, what that got to do with
that was before the scamming? That guy, man.
That's why I said, Shaka, sometimes that shit give me a headache. I don't even like this shit, this internet shit, boy. They be capping all day. It's the internet is straight for the suckers, for real.
You know what's funny, Ching Ching, is that Garfield indeed went on Smash Rockwell. I mean, Smash Rockwell was capping for the scam of Garfield. And he went on there like, you know, where's the evidence? Where's the proof? JJ 7000 started playing the clips. Then they didn't want to hear the clips now. You know what I'm saying?
He cut JJ straight off. Try to act like JJ was disrespecting him because JJ was bringing up the truth. I'm telling you, that's what all of them do. They all in that little group together where they be calling each other behind the scenes. Yeah, man, we don't do this. We gotta go against him. Tell him stop putting your name in the title. Tell him stop doing this. Nigga, get the fuck out of here. Nobody listening to you clown ass niggas. We supposed to say yes sir, boss. Yeah, Shaka gonna stop doing what he doing. Man, hell no. You niggas said it out your own mouth. Unc said it out his own mouth. Son, that ain't a charlatan. He promotes charlatans. I got a list. All of them. That's all of them was doing wrong. I got a list right here. Like, come on, bro.
We played it. For those who don't know, man, you know, we played it. Unc said, as a matter of fact, let's hear it. Unc, Bobby Banger, he's changed his name now. He has the right to. He's allowed. What did he say? I didn't say it. He said it.
I want your audience to hear that there's something called scientific literacy that will protect the Black women from the charlatans, okay, that get them Y'all think y'all talked about it on the last broadcast. Y'all kind of talked about how women support these men. Well, they only
the
support
same charlatans
men.
that you roll with, those charlatans, you're coming on my platform
Oh,
to
Charlotte's
tell
not a charlatan.
women
Charlotte's not a
they
charlatan.
can be protected from the same charlatans you roll with.
No, Shawnette is not a charlatan. He's a charlatan promoter. And everybody know I've told him that to his face.
I'm sorry.
Plus, he claims he told him that to his face. Now, for that lady, Daniel Knight, talking about lying, he's on saying that Sanetta lied.
Am I correct in that?
I got video. You don't believe me? I got video. Yeah, I do. What if I was to tell you that she wanted me to interview her polite? Huh?
Are you not looking,
Her
brother?
mother. What if I told you she wanted me to interview her?
I'm listening to it. That's that old
And I
video,
said,
correct?
Nah, I can't.
Yeah,
I'm not going to do it.
I got the answer to that.
How you know? Leave me alone. Go about your scamming ass fucking life, nigga.
That's the old joint, am I correct? Yeah. Yeah, son had to tell you he was lying. He said it. Said he lied.
He said he
Son had
lied.
said he said he lied. He was mad at him. They was having a beef over some money, and he lied.
So Daniel Knight, who lied? Was it Bobby Benga or was it Sanetta that lied? One of them lied, right? Now, when Scam Cheddar said this about the mighty Hebrew, live on air publicly, who lied? Huh? Where is it? And Ong as well.
How about the mighty fucking Hebrew? This nigga went to jail for rape, dog.
Oh, go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga,
And that nigga back in the community, like everything good, Hebrews quiet. What about Nazi Yashavel?
Hold on. Let me get.
What was you, Daniel Knight? Why you didn't go over there to cry about there talking about this? What the?
Let's not forget the mighty Hebrew nigga, who you get constantly on your channel, who's on all the Hebrews channel. Don't forget the mighty Hebrew, the bald head nigga, been already incarcerated in prison for molesting a young child. He came home and they violated him again because the nigga was trying to fuck with another child.
Damn, that's sick.
That's sick, man.
That's sick, man.
He said it. So did he lie then, Daniel Knight? What's your take on that? Oh, I forgot. You don't care. Fine. Some people do care. Some people do care, man. How old was that girl that Tazayak's cousin was found guilty of molesting? There has to be some court summary somewhere. There has to be some court transcript somewhere. We know where the money is coming from. The oil that's advertised on the House of Conscious Mess. The debates on the House of Conscious Mess. They've tried to deflect just yesterday by live streaming the debate. Usually he will wait quite much longer before he puts it publicly. But they're trying to deflect. They're going out of their way. And now I just hear today that Sabir Bey is going to be on our panel over there. Now Sabir Bey is a white supremacist. Proudly posing in front of Ibn Khaldun's statue. And Ibn Khaldun said that black people cannot be considered human beings. That black people are similar to white animals. And what is the other thing he said? Oh, I forgot, but there was something else also he said.
Just yesterday, he said on his panel that he walking away from black people. He going with the Europeans. He said he walking away. He don't want to deal with black people no more. He going to sell. How you going to sell some information to Europeans? What you going to teach them about? Your information is only for black Negroes that you selling false information to. It won't work with nobody else. Like that's the whole key to. Then he always talking about only reason I don't want to walk away because I love my people. No, you don't love your people, nigga. You love the misinformation that you can confuse people that you know that's gullible. You said it out your own mouth. Black people are gullible. and they're easy to manipulate. I gotta send you the clip when he's saying that. He said black people are gullible and easy. He should manipulate black people every day. That's what he said out his own mouth. And it's sad that these people sit here and cheer. You got actually black people on this panel actually cheering and praising that. Like, yeah, I'm like, what is wrong with these people? Like, these people hate themselves so much and their own people. Like, you can say whatever you want about, oh, they killing each other. You can't stop every goddamn thing. You can't get out in this world and just make a flick a switch and everything gonna just reverse and stop. It don't works like that. Like, these niggas is weird.
Sabir Bey and Tashrik Bey talking about black means pair. So when you say black power, you're saying pair power. And Tashrik Bey, as pseudo Aziz, broke down the word black, going to the Middle English, when that term goes back to the Old English. And in the Old English, black means the same things as it does now. Now, what about Quinat from FOPE, FOP? What about Quinat? What did he say? Did he lie? Daniel Knight? We don't hear you. It's been a minute. We don't hear you talking about, yeah, that person lied, which you were quick to say that with me.
I'm going to tell you why, because I'm an Israelite and Tazariak Israelite. And I think his doctrine is off compared to what we teach it. We both had the same mission, but he's telling the Israelites it's okay to mix race, right? He's telling that they got a doctrine saying that if a child reached a flower, they could be 15 or 9 years old, you can have sex with them.
Okay,
This is what they
man,
teach.
you talk about running.
Did he lie? They have a doctrine that says you can have sex with a girl. She can be 15, she can be 9 years old. Now, who else talked on that? Who else? Let's see. Did he lie? We have those guys who've been convicted for sexual misconduct. Garfield Reed spoke about this. Yourself, you spoke about Nazi. And Garfield Reed said that Hebrew camps are sheltering Nazi. So, and, you know, it's sensitive because I know he's your friend, but, you know, Mighty Hebrew, several people have said that he was convicted for sexual misconduct, that he went to jail for that. So how you gonna?
He did.
Well, oh, well, okay, well, you know, so you'll confirm it, you know. So why?
Yeah, everybody know that he went to jail for that. Yeah.
Well, he went to jail for that. Now, what else did he say about the Hebrew Israelite when it comes to that doctrine? What else did he say? Did he lie? What else did he say?
Listen, you
So,
think I'm
listen,
new
okay,
to
can
this
I
show,
talk now? Can I talk now?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So Sekou didn't say anything pseudo at all. And the people have stated that for years. You know, now, Sanetta, if you don't mind, you said that other people teach that you can have sex with a 9-year-old girl. Like, do you mind telling which other Hebrew Israelite organization teach that? Because you see, I'm not from New York, you know, so to me it's news. And I'd like to know when I go to New York with my daughter, where I should avoid going. So if you don't mind, Sanetta, which other Hebrew Israelite organization teach that thing that GMS teach?
Well, there's a lot of Hebrew Israelite groups out there that teach that. I'm not calling out no names or nothing like that. All I'm gonna tell you is that a lot of them teach that, brother.
Right,
a lot of Hebrew Israelites teach that.
I appreciate that.
And as for my brother Unc, you know, I love you, man, but I'm gonna still keep and tell the truth.
There's a lot of Hebrew Israelite groups that teach that, but it's not calling any names, but they have no problem calling my name. Falsely accusing me of being inappropriate with my 3-year-old daughter. That's a form of protecting. That's capping, that's caping. Did he lie? There's many Hebrew Israelite groups. Many Hebrew Israelite groups that teach that you can sleep with a 9-year-old girl. How old was the girl? Let's find out. Why Sinai doesn't give the name of this Hebrew Israelite organization? How many sisters are single mothers? And they would ultimately meet with some of those organizations, not knowing this is what they teach. And then what's going to happen? If it's not the mother that gets raped, the daughter may get raped. How many times could that have possibly happened? Bobby? It looks like trolling. Sinetta is not in the chat. So why do you write Sinetta, please help me? Then it's vital. Then please have been trying to get in touch with you and Bobby through Facebook. Okay. Let's go on holiday. Boom. All right. So why doesn't he give the names? Could it be that it happens to be Hebrew Israelites group that are very regular on his panel? And he knows this deep inside that it's not fly for people to know that this is what they teach? Or did he lie? Huh? Who said it? I didn't say it. He said it. And that's what some people refer to as the rape doctrine. Now, more precisely, the rape doctrine, that would be Deuteronomy 22:28 or 28:22. FOPE, FOPE, they were acting like they're against child molesters. And TMH has plenty of videos on their channel. And it's not just the statutory rape. There are 6 charges. Corrupting minor, statutory rape, and you have also involuntary, deviate sexual intercourse, and you have also rape. And we have seen and documented that for a single act, for the same act, no one can be charged with both rape and involuntary deviate sexual intercourse, because that would be against the U.S. Constitution. That would be against the Constitution of the United States of America. So it means that there was 2 separate acts that warranted him to get those 2 separate charges out of the 6 charges that he was found guilty of. Did the court lie? Did the judge lie? So I spoke to a brother who was very cordial from FOPE or FOPE, and he told me that the word to fast doesn't mean rape, what is translated as rape today, because they understand the context, to lay hold on, to force. He said it means to seduce. I looked him up. I looked it up. It doesn't say to seduce. So they're trying to make excuses about this passage of the Bible that gives them the go ahead. So when I asked Sinetta, what other Hebrews like groups teach the same thing that GMS teaches, we have already played GMS saying in the street that according to the scripture, you can just grab a woman and rape her. And at one point, one guy said, "You saying rape as is, rape simply means to grab." And they were very clear and specific about the age. They say you can get down with a 12-year-old girl and even a 9-year-old girl. And when he was asked to do what, he said, "Have sex with a man." It's on tape. Did he lie? My goodness. There is a sickness in the CC, the conscious community. They are capping, defending, and protecting those child molesters and rapists, pedophiles. They are. But I'm the bad guy. Fine. Fine. But how old was the girl, though? How old was the girl? You guys ain't going to say Tazariak lied when he said that he's been to both trials. Right? Both cases, both trials. Did he lie? When he said he was found guilty, did he lie? When they told Polite, you have a father that's a child molester, did they lie? Daniel Knight, you didn't see Sinetta defending child molester Malachi York, who got a 135-year sentence? You didn't see Sinetta defending him for 10 minutes straight? What's your take now? We don't hear you no more now. We don't see you no more now. It's convenient that you ain't there no more now, because you're capping for that channel over there. You have the right to, but we've already played it. It's uploaded on my channel, Ma'a Forever, all in one word. It is there. Sinetta defending child molester Malachi York. He did that for 10 minutes straight. 10 minutes straight. The head of the HOK, House of Consciousness, Rape OK, Sarnetta, Frankie, is on tape, on record, on his own channel, defending the child molester, Malachi York, for 10 damn minutes. What more do you want? What more do you need? Now, all you bastards who have something to say, where are you? All you elders in Bermuda, where are you? Elder from Bermuda, with all the BS you sent to me and said to me, how do you feel now that Senator is on tape defending a convicted child molester for 10 minutes straight? One of the worst cases of child molestation in the United States of America. How, don't you feel dumb, Elder? Don't you feel dumb now? How are you going to cap out of it? I'll be live streaming later on. Remember, brothers and sisters, it doesn't matter what they say. We want to know how old the girl was. Was she 9 years old or younger? How old was the dude? What was the age difference? Huh? That's what we want to know. So I'll be live streaming at 4 p.m. EST New York time. We have a lucky winner for the free hat giveaway. He's going to get himself a My Forever hat. As a matter of fact, he may choose any other hats he wants. We'll see how it goes. And I may feel generous and offer some prize to my supporters. But no matter what they say, we want to know how old the girl was. How old was she? We can see that it already makes them very uncomfortable. Very, very, very uncomfortable. I mean, Chris next, we don't even say that he doesn't know. Sugar Hayes will get him, Shaka, yes. Remember, anybody can create an email account. Everybody can do that. And you just send me the court transcript if you have it, or the court summary if you have it, or any newspaper article if you have it. And if you heard it through the grapevine, then let me know how old the girl was. Where did that take place? That trial, where did that take place? I don't think it was in New York. I think it was elsewhere. But who knows? Let's find out. I think the girl was very young. I think she was very young. She was so young that Chris Next will not even say that he doesn't know how old she is. So maybe he knows how old she is. And maybe some other people know that he knows how old she is. The truth shall set you free. Just tell us how old the girl was. How old was the victim of child molestation? Damn, you guys talk about a damn thing. Chris Next, you're on record on tape saying that you hate Yahweh. You can say that you hate Yahweh, but you can't say how old the girl was? Fine, somebody else will tell us. You are obviously not cooperating. We get the memo. Fine, somebody else will. Somebody will let us know how old the girl was. And before Paulat's trial, if we find out before, it's going to look bad for the HOK. I mean, it ain't going to be easy to break down how the guy was in a relationship if he was in his 20s or 30s and the girl was 9 years old, for example. Was she 9 years old? Was she 8 years old? That humanitarian wrote, what's good, Shaka? What's good is I'm trying to find now how old the girl was. Chris MVP Harris already let the world know that the guy who's in prison for child molestation that was found guilty in a court of law happens to be a cousin of Captain Tazaria. But nobody wants to tell us how old the girl was. Tazaria spoke about that case more than once live on air. Senator as well, and Chris MVP Harris as well. But what about the age of the girl? People always talk about the people who are found guilty of rape, child molestation, and so on, they never talk about the victims. They never talk about the girls. We know for Polite the girl was 14. We know that. For TMH, it is claimed the girl was 15. But for the ISUPK member, how old was the victim? How old was the girl? I will not rest until I know, until I'm told how old the girl was. Why is it that they don't want us to know how old the girl was? Was she 12 years old? Was she 11 years old? Was she 10 years old or 9 years old? How old was she? Why are they hiding that fact, that detail? Why is it so inconvenient? How low can you go? How low can you go? How old was the girl? How young can a girl be for these grown men to cap? For individuals who were found guilty in a court of law of child molestation. Andrew Brunette wrote, it's a no-brainer. That's our responsibility to protect our children. Well, Danielle Knight, the moderator on Chris MVP Harry's channel, she doesn't care. Oh, girl, I don't care about that, you know what I'm saying? I care about having my hair done, you know what I'm saying? Going to the club and shake that thing, and you know what I'm saying? And then I'm gonna holler at my girl, only for Nika. Yeah. Fine. We're gonna hear it from Chris. We're gonna hear it from Danielle. We may hear it from somebody else. I think, brothers and sisters, you will be surprised to know the age of the girl, to know the charges, to know what act was committed. I think you will be surprised. I think you will be very surprised. They are being very secretive about that case. But when it was Africa Mbara, press conferences, interview on Doggy Diamonds, interview on House of Consciousness, Scam Cheddar Studios. Oh, they spoke for Africa Mbara. For Polite, they spoke. Why they don't speak for the ISUPK member? Guilty of child molestation, who's been in prison for over 10 years, if I understand correctly. Can somebody please tell me how old the girl was? Is it going to be a greater secret than Coca-Cola's recipe? Or the codes, the access codes of Foxworth? I mean, dang. I don't think that he was down with Epstein and Harvey Weinstein. I don't think it was that deep. So I'm sure by now people got the message. It doesn't matter if Chris Next is not happy and he goes live and he cries and complains. He has my name on the title. What's my name on the title? I was just trying to cap for Scam Cheddar and trying to be down with the crew. It's okay if Danielle's not happy and she hollers at her own girls and they talk smack about me. Go holler at OnlyFans Mika. She doesn't like me. It's fine. At least it will give you something to unite about. I still want to know how old the girl was. I still want to know, hashtag, how old was the victim? And I think I will find out. Maybe I found out already, but I just need confirmation. Because if I said it, Chris is going to say, oh, he's French anyway. So maybe I found out already, and I just need confirmation. So I can say, I didn't say, so-and-so said it. We are spirits of African ancestors. What's up, Brother Shaka? Well, I'm repeating myself. But what's up is I'm trying to find out How old was the girl that was molested by Tazariak's cousin, an ISUPK member who was found guilty of child molestation in the court of law and who's been in prison for a good decade now? Chris doesn't want to say how old the girl was. Danielle Knight, moderator of Chris MVP YouTube channel, doesn't want to tell us. Sanetta doesn't want to tell us. Tazariak doesn't want to tell us. Nobody wants to tell us. Why? Was she that young? I mean, she wasn't 2 years old now. She wasn't 2 years old now. Okay? I don't think so. So how old was she? Later on, we will have a discussion in the Black community to find out when somebody rapes a child, how long does it take so that let bygones be bygones? It was what it was. That's old stuff. That's old news. Then we're going to have a discussion about when somebody rapes an adult, a woman, how long does it take until we say, oh, you know, that was in the past. Let bygone be bygone. It was what it was. He did what he had to do to survive. We all make mistakes in our lives. But before we get to that point, how old was that girl? If it was your family member, brothers and sisters, would you like it if you see that nobody wants to tell the age of the girl? Now nobody wants to tell us what the charge or the charges were, what the charge was or the charges were? Because TMH got 6 charges that he was found guilty of. And he didn't spend 10 years in jail, did he? How much time did he spend in jail? So if that guy has been in jail for over 10 years, damn, how many charges was he found guilty of? How would you feel, brothers and sisters, if you see that nobody wants to say how old the girl was, and you see that the guy who financially supports the convicted child molester is invited on all those panels to teach the people? How would you feel? And then if you try to speak on it, then people go at you. People criticize you. It's not my family member that was molested. Like it was not my children that was insulted by Scam Cheddar. I still spoke on that, played it so that people know that was foul. Can you imagine if it's your child or family member that is molested and you see this grown man capping, protecting, and defending and making excuses? How would you feel, brothers and sisters? Feel free to answer that question before I bounce. How would you feel? How would you feel? Come on now. Come on now. Don't be shy. Akasha 254 is here. How would you feel? Okay, let me help you out. I know it takes a little, a few seconds for the message to appear here on StreamYard. Would you feel happy about it? Would you feel satisfied about it? Or would you be angry, outraged about it? Let's see. Let's wait and see. Yes, a lot of our people are sick, bro. It's sad when we hold scammers, molesters, con artists as the pillars of our community. You see that, Danielle Knight? Do you see that? Spirits of Africans ancestors didn't say, I don't care. So it's really going to be like that? It's only one person who's going to say that's going to make his stance about this? Do I really need to evaluate my audience as well? Has it become the norm now to be cool and capping? And I like, well, those don't have anything to do with me. Oh, I don't care. Just trying to live my life right. What it is, what it is. So like I said, 4 p.m. EST. Stay safe, stay healthy. If I'm allowed to, Badonecheru, I will definitely holler back at you. I don't argue, I state facts. If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. Do I too? Do I Necheru?
Hotel.
Now, for the record, for those who don't know, I'm giving middle nature classes. And here, that's the flyer. Okay? So, those who are interested, feel free to holler at me. If you're not interested, it's cool. But I recommend that everybody who has not yet seen the video, Kemet and Ma'at, Before Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, then watch it. It has about 300,000 views and really deserves to have a lot more.
I just want to let everyone know who's listening in now and who's going to listen to this stream in the future. I just had my first.
What's up, Lorraine? Lillian, Lorraine. Now, thank you for this info, but you know we're talking about the Zayak's cousin, right? So I don't know if you're talking about Polite's alleged victim. Is there any info you can tell us? And anything that you want? Yeah, what's up? Hi. There's anything you don't feel comfortable talking about right now? You know you have my email address, right? Oh, okay, let's see. Let's see. I'm discovering with you, this is not scripted, this is not staged, because the HOK, the House of Consciousness, they do a lot of scripted stuff, you know. So let's see what we can find out. I had the wrong person. I had a feeling when I saw 14, because 14, you know, that's Polite's alleged victim, and it will be confirmed in less than 2 months whether she was a victim or not. But it's okay. Some of you have family everywhere. So we should find out how old the victim was. Now, when I said to Zayak's cousin, I didn't know until Chris MVP Harris said so, live on air on his own platform. I don't know if he deleted the stream that he did, but, you know, I've played it in the beginning of this live stream right now as an intro. So it is an ISUPK member, and he's being financially supported by ISUPK members. And I want to know how old she was. Your brothers and sisters have family everywhere. It shouldn't be that difficult to find out. I understand that ISUPK doesn't want to talk about it. They want to focus on Polite and Africa Bambaataa and Malachi York. But it's not the whole world that's ISUPK. So since Zayak himself spoke about the case publicly live on air, as well as Sanetta, as well as Chris MVP Harris, then we can ask, how old was the girl? It shouldn't take that long. If we are serious about it, then we can find out. What do you mean, hell no? Hell no, it shouldn't take that long. So for Polite, it was 14. 14 is legal, according to many Hebrew Israelites. No sound. Can you hear me, brothers and sisters? Can you hear me? I know it takes a few seconds. It may take 10 seconds when you put the message in the chat before it appears on the StreamYard platform. So let me see. Let me wait a few seconds. Lillian can hear me. Okay. So brothers and sisters, you have family everywhere. We should be able to find out. Thank you, Sugar Hayes. We should be able to find out. Thank you, Lorraine. Lillian, sorry, we should be able to find out how old the girl was. I mean, I heard about Woof Woof, some allegation, some accusation was made. It is what it is, an allegation, an accusation. Somebody even said that there was a newspaper article about it. I don't have it. I didn't see it. Therefore, I didn't read it. Maybe he will pop up on my email address or on somebody's live stream. But she was not convicted. Josiah's cousin was convicted. He was found guilty in a court of law. So let's find out how old the girl was. I think the community will be surprised because she will be so young that the possibility of a winning relationship will be out of the picture. Raised? What do you mean, Brother Donnie Williams? You like the riddles, don't you? Well, I thought I had the answer, but it was a false alarm. It shouldn't take long, brothers and sisters, man. It shouldn't take long. So there will not be any particular topic at 4 p.m. EST, which is basically an hour and 20 minutes from now. No problem. You don't have to say you're sorry. It's all good. I like participation. I like interaction. I'm not mad at you at all. There will be a giveaway. I'll try to find. Thank you. Thank you. And I wish more people would say that. I wish more people would say that. You know? We'll be there. That's what's up. Shouldn't be hard to find out. People know his username, pseudonym, but his government name is there on social media. So it shouldn't be difficult to find out about the case. Now, apparently, a few people from the HOK know. And they know that saying the age will be damaging. So thank you, Lillian. You know, I'm in Europe. I do the best I can. And in about 6 months, I have uncovered and documented with paperwork things that people who've been right there in New York for decades didn't even know. I cannot do it all. The brother Ching Ching that called, he stood by me. A few months back, it wasn't cool to talk about child molesters and rapists, man. Because those HOK groupies, they were like, oh, and that's all news. Oh, we've been knowing about that. You late, Shaka. V. Bennett stood by me. Young Heru stood by me. Andrew Brunet stood by me. Same as Donnie Williams, Wab Funk, and so many others. I don't have all the names in my mind, you know, and I'm sorry for the names that I forgot. Christopher Davis, who called in, also stood by me. I cannot do it by myself. And it wasn't cool then. It wasn't cool then to talk about rapists and child molesters because Kamchata said so. When he talks about it, it's cool. But if he doesn't want to talk about it, then all of a sudden it's not cool anymore. If Polite is found guilty, you will see so many people who are dissing me. And they will say, oh, well, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I always stood by you, brother. You always been down. Oh, for real? Well, where are you then? So to all the people worldwide who thank me for doing what I do, who did it with the information on one hand that you can find if you go to the video section where I document artifacts that are thousands of years old in many different countries in the world, contrary to Butler Reggie, who begs for cash out all day, every day. And that dude is just going around the corner in the Met Museum. And I traveled to Belgium, to the Netherlands, to Denmark, to Spain, to Italy, all these different countries, Switzerland, all these different countries. You see? And I've documented, and it's there. Because I'm aware of the talking point. Oh, you know what I'm saying? But deal with the information. You don't deal with the information anymore. It's still there. And on the other hand, I deal with different subject matters, including the falsehood of the Hebrew Israelites and the 12 tribe chart, which is completely made up and very recent, and the Moors with their hoax of black Moorish rulers who conquered and ruled parts of Europe, particularly the Iberian Peninsula. That's another hoax. The black Arabs of the 7th century, Prophet Muhammad being black and his family and companions being black, I dealt with that too. I crushed and defeated a PhD, for those who didn't know, as Dr. Wesley Muhammad. Yes, I did that. So I don't put in work for real. And now that the topic is child molestation, I ain't going to back down. I've been talking about it for 10 years. For over 10 years, I've been talking about this. How many times have I said that the Pan-Africans defend rapists and child molesters? Some of you may not know because you just got familiar recently, but the people who've been following me for years, they know. So now because Frankie said so, we shouldn't talk about it? Now, if you see something that's inconvenient to your opponent, that's where you hit. I practice martial art, and that's how it is, man. I practice Muay Thai, that's how it is, man. If it's traditional boxing, the guy can protect himself more or less. But when it's Muay Thai, oh my goodness, you don't have the hands only. You don't have the fists only. You have the legs and the knees. So you give him a low kick or a middle kick and he, oh, leg hurt? All right. Pop, 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 boom. Your leg gonna be broken. That's how it is. V. Bennett wrote, I had to get some ice cream with my youngest daughter. I'm back. It's all good. So there will not be any particular topic. So every topic is welcome. But I would love to know how old the girl was. Let's not make it a quest, Indiana Jones type of quest. Let's make some phone calls. Hey, what's up, family? What's up? Yeah. Family down south? Yeah. This is that guy, blah, blah, blah. Okay. All right. Thank you. Bye-bye. All right.
Voulez-vous rechercher la station de recharge la plus proche?
Let's not make it the longest quest in the world. It's important for the people to know. The people deserve that. With all the cash app and super chat and super sticker and PayPal that they have sent to those people, they are owed that information. All right? You may be surprised. You can call some cousins up north, down south, Midwest, and yeah, I know about the case, blah, 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 boom, boom, bam, boom, thank you. Click, send, boom, thank you. That's how it should be, man. That's how it should be. I mean, when it's polite, people show some paperwork. I don't even know how they got it. So it shouldn't be that difficult. We shouldn't worry about child molestation only when it is high-profile people. Polite being to the Breakfast Club. Polite was hanging with Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather must be like, damn it, man, I ain't never going to hang with these conscious mofos again. That's sad, man. But that's a Moor. The United Nubian Nation of Moors. Asiatic black man once again. Fronting with Kemet, just like many Moors do. Many Moors claim to be the custodian of Egyptian science. They will have some Kemetic name and a Bay at the end, or a L-E-L at the end. Kwame Mentuhotep is in the place to be. Remember, brothers and sisters, we need to find out how old that girl was. The girl that was molested by Tuzayak's cousin, who's a member of ISUPK and who gets supported financially, and it's been about 10 years that he was found guilty in a court of law and sent to prison for that. It shouldn't be that difficult. The longer we take to find out, and the happier they will be like, oh man, you know what I'm saying? We deep in the street, man, and nobody managed to find out. Man, we're so thorough. We're so thorough. Chris Next is reporting right now. Okay, Chris Next reporting. Chris Next reporting. Okay, they're trying to find out, but they don't succeed to find out. They have to make sure that by any means necessary, they don't find out how old the girl was. So I'm gonna keep on asking, what's my name in the title, Saga? We can't let that happen. We can't let them feel untouchable, like KRS once said our leaders should be. We can let them feel infallible, like KRS once said our leaders should be. Even if the allegations are true, KRS-One, the rapper, knowledge reigns supreme over nearly everybody. He said that. We played that very recently. It's a video that has Sabia Bay in the title because I addressed the claims of Sabia Bay, and it says KRS-One capping for Africa Bambaataa. Not difficult to find. You will see a video, you will hear KRS-One saying that our leaders should be infallible, untouchable, I think he used at one point. Can you imagine? Even if the allegations are true, we should talk about it privately. Does Zariak making excuses? Yes, but he's not the only one. Daniel Knight as well. Chris Snakes as well. Sanetta as well. Sanetta had the nerve to say, that's gossiping, man. Don't do the gossiping. And next thing you know, a few weeks after, he calls on their YouTube channel live and he talks about the same thing I talked about. And I only talked about it because he mentioned the rapper. And I said, you know, the rapper came on my channel. And I asked him, you know, hey, somebody said that. He didn't reply. That's all I said. Public stuff. Every time you talk about child molesters, rapists, and pedophiles, they are uncomfortable. They are unhappy. Every time. It never fails. Lie detector tests are not admissible evidence in court because of their unreliability. But hey, that's the talking point. That's the talking point. They need to make it look good. Don't you remember Sanetta saying about the Mighty Hebrew that it was a consensual relationship? Funny things that Mighty Hebrew said he never touched a girl. I mean, it's all messy and all over the place when they are trying to cap and defend for the people who are convicted of child molestation. Can you imagine how many people are not convicted? Because in the Bible, it says that if you find a virgin that is not betrothed to anybody, that is not promised to anybody, and a man rapes her, forces her to fast, the girls end up aina, humbled, humiliated. If they are caught, if they are found, the man will pay 50 shekels. He will have to marry her and can never divorce her. He pays the 50 shekels to the father of the girl. Nobody asks the girl's opinion. If they are caught, if they are not caught, hey, see you later, alligator. Lie detector test if you're going on Jerry Springer's show, not the court. If I'm not mistaken, Jerry Springer passed away recently. So they go by the Bible is their foundation. You can't have consensual sex with a minor unless you're an Abrahamic believer. Shaking my damn head. Hey, I've already played Sanada himself saying that there are many Hebrew Israelite groups that teach it's okay to have sex with a 9-year-old girl. Am I lying? Or didn't I play it earlier? Didn't I play it earlier? But he said, I ain't going to say no names. He shared Ching Ching's phone number publicly and told people to look him up. But he ain't even going to say the name, not of a person, but of an organization that teach that it's okay to have sex with a 9-year-old girl. And those poor conscious community ladies who are single mothers are going to approach those individuals that they hear teaching, and then the worst is going to happen to her or to her daughter. And later on, she's going to find out that Senator knew that's how to get down, but he won't say whose organization it was. I'll see you in an hour. 4 p.m. EST. There's going to be a giveaway, and it's going to be free talk, questions and answers, whatever you want. Brothers and sisters, I was saying it before, but lately I haven't said it. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Make sure you tell your family members, friends, and colleagues about this channel where we not only share the information, but we care about the children and we don't accept, make excuses, or deflect when it comes to rape, child molestation, and pedophilia. That's what separates us from the messy HOK, House of Conscious Mess. And that butler punk Reggie is a sucker. He is. Because he's been capping for the scammer Garfield for over 2 years, and he's been very silent about the child molestation. But he's not the only one. But that dude is reaching 60, man. Butler Reggie is reaching 60. Senator may have reached 60 if he's not 59. I mean, how old you have to be before you have accountability, integrity, and dignity? There's a documentary about the sexual deviant behavior in the Talmud, the secret teachings of Hebrews. Hebrews will say, oh, we don't deal with the Talmud. Konad already said that ISUPK teach that you can have sex with a girl if she's 15 or 9 years old, as long as she passes the flower of her age. He said it. I didn't say it. Guess where he said it? The HOK. So when we connect the dots, we realize this is normal practice to them. It's a normal walk in the park. It's another day at the office. That's how they get down. I came to get down. I came to get down. Jump around like Chris Next makes you jump sheep. Jump sheeps. Crisscross makes you jump. Chris Next makes you jump sheep. That's just a normal day in the office. Unless could not lie. I guess everybody's lying when it comes to ISUPK and those Hebrew Israelites, Kulak Zemyon. Everybody's lying. The judge's lying. The victim's lying. The court's lying. The birth certificate is fake. Obama was lying. George Bush was lying. Bill Clinton was lying. They all lie. They're the only one to tell the truth. Sign our photographs at the station of Moses and Miriam and hieroglyphics. He's not lying. We're lying. Everybody's lying on the Hebrew Israelites. It's a conspiracy. Oh, my goodness. If I was them, I'd relocate, man. I would leave the United States of America because everybody's lying on them, man. Everybody's lying on them. Everybody's gossiping and slandering them. And they're on tape saying, yeah, he was found guilty. See you in an hour.